Bite-Size Thursday here at Off Slate Media. And once again, we are watching Avatar, The Last Airbender. We're getting into this. We got Jake in the house, we got Jared in the house, and your host, Dickey, for today's episode. And, guys, this is a great episode of Avatar we get to watch today.
Yay!
The Warriors of Kyoshi.
Yay! Suki!
Suki! Oh my gosh, this is literally one of my favorite episodes from the first book. I know I'm remembering watching this. This makes me happy. I'm excited to watch this again. What are you guys most excited about for this episode?
Suki! Suki's always one of my favorite characters.
She's great.
When I was a kid, I remember Suki and Toph were two of my favorite characters when I was little.
Nice.
I don't even remember why. I was just like, hey, it's Suki.
Suki's just always...
Toph just made me laugh.
Yeah. I like it. Jake, who is anything you're excited about?
The giant koi fish.
I love a giant koi fish.
Isn't that what they're called? I think so.
I don't remember.
Do they actually have names, or are they just...
Most of the animals do have names, like actual names, like platypus bear.
Or bear. The
Bear?
Earth King.
Oh yeah,
bear.
that's right.
I was
Bear,
like, wait, there's
like
a bear?
Just
like
a
platypus
bear?
No, just a bear.
You're right. I forgot about the bear.
Or
Forgot about the
I think it's just giant koi fish. It's a koi fish. I know that.
I don't remember.
I will trust your judgment, because those things are awesome. I can't wait. Oh my gosh.
Is this the one where excuse me, Aang is like on trial for a Kyoshi crime?
That's
I don't
I think
think so.
different.
Or is that
This is where they had to convince. Didn't they have to convince them that the volcano is going to explode?
Is it that one?
No,
No, that's the Avatar Day one. Is the one where Aang's on trial, right?
Yeah.
Because of that.
because he makes up that story about Avatar Kyoshi, and then
But then that's how the island was created.
yeah,
So that is a separate episode.
No, that's Avatar Day.
So that's Avatar Day.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's book 2. So
I don't
I always
remember entirely what this one is about.
I just remember
Wait.
They meet the
Suki's in
Kyoshi-
it. They dress Sokka up as
Yes,
the Kyoshi warrior, and
I know.
and then I think Zuko burns the village down.
Probably.
Don't they bring that up in a later way later where Suki's like, well, you did burn down my village. Yeah, sorry about that.
That sounds like a line. I'm gonna guess that sounds about right.
That's all I remember from this one. Again, now Jake's making me wonder, like, what is this episode about?
It's not Avatar Day. I know.
I see it right here. Avatar is in book 2, so I'm like, what is this one then? Suki.
also
Sokka's fighting.
because for Avatar Day, they don't like Kyoshi, and a big part of this episode is the Kyoshi warriors. Mm-hmm. So
that makes sense. Yeah,
I don't remember. Is this the one with the Earth Kingdom prison?
This is.
I don't know. That one might be imprisoned.
Maybe.
Well,
I don't know.
Because it all plays together. I know this is Kyoshi Island. I know we're going there. I'm excited.
So you watched the show 2 years ago.
Yes.
The last time I watched it, and same with you, right?
Yeah.
And I haven't seen it in like 6 years. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Because I feel like this stretch after you get out of the first 2 is where you start forgetting certain things. Well, the next episode I know, but okay. Maybe there's more. I just feel like there are bits of book 1 where I don't remember anything. So
book 1, I think, has a lot more filler than the rest of them do.
Yeah, which
probably
makes sense.
Yeah,
because they didn't know that they were going to get 2 and 3,
and they have to set things up.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, let's watch this episode. Let's
take a bite.
This is Greg.
And ladies and gentlemen, we just watched episode 4. I was about to say 3, but episode 4 of Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Warriors of Kyoshi.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Yo, I love seeing Sokka get his crap wrecked. It's so...
Especially when it looks so effortless by the other people.
They just knocked him down a peg and a half. Like, oh my god. That's nothing makes me laugh more.
I realize why it isn't the episode I thought it was, because it kind of is a filler episode. It does a couple little things set up for later, but not a ton happens. It's a good episode.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's a
funny.
very Nickelodeon episode.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I would almost lean. I mean, I can see where some of the filler stuff comes from, but I think a couple of stuff they set up is really important. That it's not as much filler.
It's mostly a filler
as
episode.
Other filler episodes.
Yeah, it's one of them where it's like, okay, yeah, this is where in season 1 we have some meandering because they're kind of just there for a second, and then everything. It's kind of like we're in and out real quick.
Well, it's hard to meander. And remind me again, how many episodes are in each of the books?
I think it's 20.
20. Yeah, it's hard not to meander a little bit when you have.
Oh, I know. It's just like book 1 is where the most filler is, and this is one of them. Mm-hmm. But people think filler means bad.
Yeah,
and it doesn't.
I mean, if you're familiar with Naruto.
Well, that's a little different. That's called they caught up to the. That's called they caught up to the source material, and they have to keep making episodes until the source material.
Yeah.
Comes out with new stuff.
But you're
so
right,
I get that.
You're right. The filler episodes depend on. It really depends on the context too, because like when I look at something like also The Mandalorian, a lot of people think like that is just like there's no overarching. It's all kind of filler, and I can see like
it's
how
intended to be that way.
Exactly, and that's where like
I would say that's
more.
episodic.
You can make it work. You can make those sound things.
That's kind of what makes it like a westernish feel, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's a little different because it is geared to be more episodic. And there are overarching things, especially season 2, but that first season is way more episodic. And so people say filler. It's like it's hard to say this is a lot of filler when it already isn't a giant story the entire time. It's again like the Western trope of going to places and something, and then you go somewhere else, like the Wanderer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, whereas a show like this is definitely you can find the filler easily.
To be fair,
I mean,
I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Well, I continue.
This is good filler though. It's nice to not be on the move the entire episode like most of these episodes, because most season 1 is we got to get to the North Pole.
Yeah, it's all working towards.
You really take an odd way to get there.
Back and forth.
He's
a master of what did he say?
He's
master of maneuvers or something.
Yeah, yes,
and it's just maneuvers. You have no idea where you're going.
That was such a great. God, that's what I love. How like
and it makes sense because Zuko underestimated him, and that's how he got away. Now he's overestimating him.
I know, and it's so great. So I was noticing something like. You know how I feel like I feel like Guardians of the Galaxy and some Disney movies get ripped on for dropping jokes after very serious moments.
Why do you say Guardians? It's the entire MCU does that.
The MCU, yeah, and Avatar does that, but it works, and they know how to build on.
It's because they're not laughing at what happened. It's a character moment instead. Because in all the Marvel ones, it's super serious, and then they like make a wink at the camera joke of like, we're being serious, but not really. It's like that's not fun. You make us feel stupid.
And this one just feels more natural.
Because like when Zuko leaves, are you gonna eat that? I was saving it for later. I like how he's so intense, and usually it's like we gotta go leave that, but no, he's still in his mind of I'm gonna eat it later. It's still important to him. It's just that got me good.
That was a really good one.
We also get Suki in this episode, as we said in the intro.
Yes.
It's great. Did they say her name in the episode? I can't remember.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
They did. Okay. The first.
How would he know her name when she comes back then? If they didn't say it originally,
that's why I was wondering. Like, I don't remember them saying.
I remember
her name.
hearing it.
Do you think that? Okay,
do you want
the
to hear
people that write this show? Do you think that they would make a mistake like that?
No.
Or Nickelodeon had them cut the episode down. That's the only thing I can think of is they were forced to cut things that to make it short. That's the only thing I can think of. Because I didn't remember. I think it's the Serpent's Pass is the next time we see Suki with the group. Does that sound right?
I'm confusing the Serpent's Pass with the Great Divide right now in my head.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's the gang and the pregnant couple.
Yeah, I remember.
They go through the yep, and Suki's there too. They go through the Serpent's Pass because
is that really the next time we see Suki?
That's why I
think that's after. I think that's after she joins the gang.
No, it's before.
You sure?
Because then she leaves after the Serpent's Pass, and we don't see her for a while again. We see her at Serpent's Pass, and then the next time we see her is the Appa episode. Because she fights Azula. because she saw Appa for a second. And then after that, I don't know if we see her till Boiling Rock. She might not be in the show as much as I thought she was.
I don't know because
she's in a lot of the third season.
Yeah, well, if it's Boiling Rock, then that's like the last chunk of it.
Maybe it just feels like more.
Yeah, she just stands out that much when she's in it. It makes you think she's in more than she actually is.
Yeah. I was just saying here, it's like, man, I don't remember the next time we see her. It might be in book 2. But I remember watching the Serpent's Pass episode, having seen the Warriors of Kyoshi episode, and when she kisses Sokka goes, Suki! And I went, who? Because it wasn't until later that she became one of my favorite characters because of watching book 3. But I remember that moment. I'm like, who's this again? Oh, that's right.
You gotta remember all the way back.
Yeah, I think I probably said way back earlier in the year, last year. That's right. Keep forgetting it's 2023. But earlier last year when we watched it, I think I mentioned how there are big gaps when I watched it the first time as it was airing, because it's like I'd watch a bunch, and then I'd miss a bunch, then I'd watch a bunch. I mean, I saw Jet 8 times, so at least there's that.
It definitely just blends
and
together.
then I think I missed the first chunk of book 2 and saw the rest of it, and then I missed like the first half of book 3. There's like a giant chunk of episodes I did not see, but I saw them all years ago, one after the other.
Yeah. But yeah, oh my gosh.
It's a fun episode. It's nice. So the first 3 episodes are more serious than this because it's setting up and getting things going, and this is a nice laid back
breath of fresh air.
It is. Again, it's filler. That's not bad. It's good filler because it's us catching our breaths.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what comes to. That's the one reason why I think Avatar. Another reason it stands above a lot of other shows is because it balances those like. I feel like it always does like super serious, super in-depth episodes. And then a breath of fresh air, like a little bit more of an easier episode right after, and then you can you just keep going. Like, it's they paced out their seasons and their books really well, like that kind of way.
Yeah. Also, the whole conflict of this episode being just Aang is full of himself as the Avatar and wants to impress Katara. It's like, yep. This is the Nickelodeon episode of we gotta remember these are children. They're gonna act like children. That's fine. It just tells you the stakes are pretty low in this one until the last 10 minutes.
I don't like even for kids, especially Nickelodeon go out and be like, yeah, all you boys aren't as tough as girls. Just let you know right now, they will kick your butt. I was like, yeah, teach kids when they're young. Heck yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, and I think. Was it episode 1 or 2? Jake, you asked me when are those moments that Sokka develops during this season? I think I mentioned this was one of them.
This is
when
he
gets his butt kicked.
This might be the first one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fun seeing him seeing him that scene when he went back and he was like, "I'm sorry. Can you please show me?" It's
okay. When you do it, it doesn't sound sincere. It's like, "I'm sorry." It's like when you hit your sister or push her through a wall, and your parents tell you to apologize. I'm sorry. No, it's a little more solemn than that.
It's a little more solemn.
A little more
humble than what you. This is why I'm not a voice actor. Just saying. But all right, anything else about this episode, guys? Mm-mm. Oh, all right. Good episode of Warriors Kyoshi. Next week is going to be episode 5, which is titled...
The King of Omashu. We're going to see Boomy.
That's the Boomy episode!
I think it is, yeah.
I'm excited for next week. All right. Let's do this. All right. So, if you want to stay tuned between now and next week, where can they follow us, Jared?
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, the funny TikTok, and Twitter if it still exists. You can also... listen to us on Apple, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, and hey, like and subscribe and comment and ring our bell here on YouTube.
Woo!
Please comment and rate us on those apps and check out our groovy website.
offslatemedia.com.
We are not affiliated in any way with GoDaddy?
No, that was
It's a subsidiary.
No, wait, no, what was the
That'll never die.
That's a throwback to a joke a long time. Anyway, thank you for watching today's episode. Like I said, next week on episode 5 and even more awesome content coming your way very soon. So from all of us here, thank you for watching every Thursday or whenever you have time to.
Take a bite.